Hello and welcome. My name is Kevin, and this is my beautiful wife, Deborah. And together we are the Longevity Influencers. What we like to do on our channel is to share information and tips on things that are important to people who are over 50. Much like us, we are definitely over 50. Actually, we're a little over 60. I won't go into too much detail because the wife gets a little upset when I share her age.
I
But
don't
just
really, but
just to let you know, we're here to have a little fun and share some information with you. And today we're going to be talking about exercising over the age of 50. When it comes to exercising over the age of 50, babe, I think we need to probably start with cardio.
cardio is so important at any age, but especially as we get older, we definitely need to add some cardio.
What kind of cardio do you do?
Well, I like to do aerobic cardio. Well, actually, it's a full body fit classes that I like to take, but it does focus on quite a bit of aerobic. And I think that's very, very important.
Yeah, I see you in your fit classes at the gym. We go to the gym on a regular basis, no secret there. And Deb takes classes when she goes there, and she takes classes that help her with her aerobics. The object of what we're trying to accomplish is we want to live as long as possible. So that means we're going to have a strong heart, and we're going to have to make sure our joints work well into our 60s, 70s, and 80s. And, that's kind of what we're looking for. And that's why we share all of these tips with you folks. But Deb is definitely an aerobics person. One of the other things that she does is you do a lot of walking, don't you?
I do a lot of walking. I love it. It for many, many different reasons. It's kind of clears your mind, especially if you're doing it outdoors. Clears your mind. It gives you some fresh air, some sunshine, along with burning a few calories and increasing your endurance. So walking is amazing.
Certainly. And you typically go for like 3 mile walks when you do 3-4 mile walks at the time.
Hmm.
I personally, I'm not a walker. I've never enjoyed
Yeah, tell me
walking.
about it. I try to get him to go with me, and he's always got something else going on.
Yeah, whenever she mentions the word walk, it seems like something else pops up that I got to do. But I'm not a walker. I've always been a runner though, and I've always enjoyed running. But as I've gotten a little older, I've slowed down in that area. But what I tell you is I've actually kind of picked up a hobby that does some greatness for aerobics for me, and that happens to be cycling. It's not unusual for me to hop on a bike and go, 10, 20 miles at a clip and just enjoy the day on the bicycle. Now, my wife, she will come with me on the bike, and we'll go together. We'll there's a park that's very close to our house, and we will get out there and we'll go through the trails and zip around the park a little bit. So she not only walks, but she does ride as well.
Hmm.
But I often like to take the bike out just by myself and go for one of those really, really fast rides, and kind of enjoy the day that way. But those two activities may be something that you would like to be involved in, walking or cycling. Now, cycling is cool because you can do it outdoors or you can do it indoors. And I don't mind that at all. I don't mind getting on the bike when we go to the gym and biking indoors if the weather is bad or if it's cold out. Cold for me is probably like under 70.
Under 70 for that guy.
is kind of cold for me.
Hmm.
But there's some other activities that people do that are aerobic in nature. I know that we don't do them.
Yeah,
Something-
swimming is awesome. Oh, we don't do the swimming routine, but it is, I think, one of the best ways because it's so easy on your joints, and you can quickly and rapidly increase your endurance with swimming.
Sure, swimming is definitely one of those ways.
Hmm.
And getting your joints moving and lubricated is something that will benefit you into your later years. You don't want to be the couch potato that sits on the couch and does nothing. That doesn't help your heart. It doesn't help your metabolism. It doesn't help your joints. It just helps you get older. And those are the kinds of things that we want to stay away from.
Yeah.
Good.
Don't sit on the couch and watch videos of people working out. Let's get out and let's do them yourself.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Mhm.
Well, along with aerobics exercises for people over 50, we like to also stress that it's important to do what I would call muscle training or strength training. I think that's an important thing to do. That's something that I do a little bit more than Deb does. Like I said, Deb enjoys her aerobics classes, and those classes do include some weightlifting kinds of
Yes,
things.
yes. My classes are, like I said, a full body. They're called fitness classes. So it's aerobic plus some weightlifting plus some other things we'll get into in a little bit. But the weightlifting or the muscle strength, uh, and it's awesome to go to classes because you can have an instructor that will tell you, that make the workout yourself. But if you're going to start with the muscle strength, start with your own body weight to start with. I
Yeah, I think
believe.
body weight is an important thing.
Yeah.
I'll give you 3 exercises that you can do body weight with, and then I'll give you a little explanation of each. Well, the first one is push-ups. The second one is squats. And the third one is actually pull-ups is the 3 that I would recommend for you. But what I would tell you is, just like anything else that we're going to recommend here, the object of the game is to start slow. If you're going to start with push-ups, many folks are not just able to get on the ground and give me 20.
Hmm.
You might have to start with bended knee, your knees on the ground, and just pushing your upper body up until you can get enough strength in your arms that you can actually do a full push-up. When it comes to squats, the
Well,
same
yeah, I was
thing.
just going to say that the body weight for squats or lunges,
Mhm.
you should start with just your body weight so that you don't injure your back, you don't hurt your knees. Kind of get a feel for the the act itself, so to speak,
Sure,
before
sure.
you add any weights to
Yeah,
it.
and if you're gonna do squats, it's okay to lean up against a wall for support and give you a little bit of help that way. And again, start slow. Don't think you're gonna crank out 50 of them if you've never done them before, or if it's been a long time since you've done them. I know a lot of friends of mine are athletes, and maybe in the last 10 years they've really slowed down their workouts. They're not going to be able to just jump up there and do what they used to be able to do. And for those of you who really have never worked out, just start out with just a couple, 5 in the morning, maybe 5 in the evening,
Hmm.
and that's it. When it comes to pull-ups, the same thing. You just can't hop up there and just start to pull yourself up. So what I would recommend is, if you're going to do pull-ups at the gym, typically most gyms will have that kind of pull-up where you can
It's kind of assisted. You
it's
have a little bit of
assisted.
assistance. You can stand or kneel on a platform, and you can have some. That's the
And
way
there's
I do it.
weight that
Yes.
counterbalances your pull up, so that it'll help you pull yourself up. It's not you actually pulling all of your weight up. It's
Hmm.
just it's just counterbalanced, where a portion you're just pulling up a portion of your weight, and the machine is actually doing the other half. And so you can gradually reduce the weight on the machine as your strength grows when you're doing pull-ups. So that's another really good way of using a body weight exercise to help you get through. Um, if you're not going to do body weight, you might want to move ahead to strength bands, resistance
Yep. We have
bands.
we,
Yeah.
we my class uses resistance bands, or I think they're called ropes. Maybe I don't. They have handles on either end, but you can use those kind of the same as resistance bands. The resistance bands are the ones that you can. They're continuous loop where you can put them around your legs, your thighs, your ankles, wherever you want to put them. The ropes are just they're open ended, and you can use those for resistance. But those are absolutely amazing. They can almost be as good as the actual weights, like the dumbbells or the individual weights that you can lift. Though they can provide as much training as the weights can. So highly recommend that.
Sure,
For
without a
yeah.
doubt. And then of course there's actual weightlifting that you can do. Again, we recommend that you gradually work your way up to it. I'll just give you a quick example. If you're going to use resistance band, you can use one to kind of do a little exercise, and then maybe when that gets a little easier, you can do 2 bands or
Hmm.
shorten the length of the band. There's a lot of different things to do. Same thing with weightlifting. Don't start out with the heaviest weight in the gym that you can lift and think you're going to get a workout with that. What you want to do is start out with a low weight, something that you're able to manage, maybe 4 sets or 3 sets of 12 repetitions. You want to figure out something that you can do weight wise, that you can start to do that maybe on a comfortable basis, and move ahead that way, but slow, 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 develop over time, and make sure, again, that you start out with something comfortable for you. I think that makes all the difference in the world. And as aerobic exercise is good for your heart, weightlifting is really good for your metabolism. It kind of boosts your metabolism a little bit.
Oh yes, it certainly does. I want to go back a little bit to
Sure.
the weightlifting. Just a little bit of heat of warning. If you're going to take a class, just make sure to make it your own. I noticed yesterday in my class we had like 12 or 14 people there, and it's usually the same group of people that work out, and we all are doing the same thing, but you make it your own. You lift your own weight, and we were doing some weights where you kind of do. It was called the rainbow weight, and a gentleman lifts too heavy and he hurt his shoulder. So just
Yeah.
make it your own. Don't If you feel a little twinge, make sure to stop.
Yeah.
That's your
exactly.
body telling you don't do that.
And it really is important to listen to your body and
Mhm.
recognize that you're really on a journey. It's going to take a while to get the gains that you're looking for, to get to the place that you want to be. Deb and I, we've been going to the gym on and off for several years now. We've been on this health journey, which we will talk about on another video at some point in time. But there's also the third area that I think is really important, which would be balance and flexibility. Now, when it comes to balance, I do okay. When it comes to flexibility, ain't got none. Sorry. But yeah, I know that Deb in her class also they do a lot of.
Oh, we do a lot
Yeah.
on the balance and flexibility. I don't know if you've ever heard of I think it's called a Bosa ball. I'm not sure if I'm saying that
Yeah, it's-
correct, but my instructor said that is one of the most amazing pieces if you wanted to buy something to use at home. That's probably one of the best little pieces of, I don't know if you call it a piece of equipment, but it's flat on one side and rounded or domed on the other side, so you can kind of adjust it and work on it, whatever fits your fancy at your level. But that is awesome for balance and balance mostly, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
But
balance.
the flexibility, we do some of that as well. And I can definitely tell just in my hips since I started taking the classes the last, few months, I've noticed such a difference in the flexibility in my hips. I don't feel tight when I'm going. I noticed it going up and down our steps out to our pool.
Yes.
So
Awesome.
it feels so much different. And also, my instructor tells us in our classes that flexibility and balance are so important as we age, because you're bending over, you're picking up a laundry basket, or you've dropped something on the floor. There's proper ways to do that even at home, but you want to be flexible enough to be able to do it the right way. So
Yeah, we don't want anybody getting injured. Deb and I have talked a lot about going to the gym. We do this at the gym. And we do, because that's where we are in this journey that we take place, that's taking place for us. But you don't have to go to the gym to do a lot of these things. A lot of these things you can do at home. For example, the body work, the body weightlifting, you can do that at home. You can do aerobic things at home if you want to. You can march in place. You can do jumping jacks in the garage. There's a lot of things that you can do at home, so you really don't have to go anywhere. And as far as equipment, you can purchase some minor little things. Deb had mentioned the item for balance, some small weights, this, that, and the other thing. There are a lot of things that you can do in that area. A lot of people I know at the gym do yoga. That's not something that I have tried.
I've not. I would like to do it. Sometimes it doesn't fit into our schedule, but I believe yoga is probably one of the most beneficial things you can do for flexibility. I'm probably going to start to give it a try at the gym.
Good.
But yeah, yoga, I think, is, from what I've heard and read, yoga is one of the best things that you can do. And if I lived many years without having access to a gym, so I was able to, figure out how to do it myself at home. But I'm telling you, YouTube is awesome. You can get on YouTube and you can find out any kind of a workout, at home workout that you want to be able to stay healthy and strong.
Certainly, and don't forget the stretching part. The stretching part is very, very important. You don't want to pull a muscle. You don't want to damage your joints in any way. You want to make sure that you, again, that you do everything that you can so that you can kind of keep going in this journey, one foot in front of the other. That's why, as we recommend, that you start out slow, really, really slow, And as you get going and you feel more comfortable, then you can take the next step. And then you can take the next step. You're not in a race. Nobody's keeping track but you, what you're doing. So the big thing is to start on your journey.
Hmm.
The second thing is, like Deb was saying, is if a little bit of soreness is one thing. Your muscles are going to get sore as you use them. That's not a problem, but pain is a problem. If you're all
Hmm.
of a sudden in pain or feel something pop or feel something, doesn't feel right or, something along those lines, certainly stop what you're doing because you're about to ruin
You're going to
yourself
put
in some
yourself out
way.
of commission for
Yeah,
a little while if you don't
exactly.
stop.
And it's gonna,
But,
you're gonna put yourself out of commission for 4 to 6 weeks or however long. And
hmm.
then by doing that, it's even harder to get back in and start over again. So start slow, listen to your body. And another thing that's really, really fun is to find exercises or things that you like to do that you enjoy. One of the things that Deb and I like to do is something that we're about to do this evening. What are we going to do this evening, Deb?
We are going to play some pickleball.
And we enjoy that. And pickleball gives it does a lot of the things in the sessions that we play that we've talked about: aerobics, a little
Hmm.
bit of strength, mobility, balance, flexibility. All of that stuff is kind of wrapped up into a pickleball game. And so we love playing it, and it's one of the things that we do together also that makes it fun. And it's fun, so we know we're going to continue to do it. Just like all the other things that we've talked about already, if you can make them fun, set them to music, follow a video, follow some motivational speaker who is also doing the exercise with you, whatever it is that you can do to keep exercising fun is such an important thing, because the more fun it is, the more you'll do it. Now,
Hmm.
before we go and let you out of here, I do want to say just a couple of things. One of is very, very important. Before you start an exercise routine, make sure you talk to your doctor about it, and they might be able to even help you start on your health journey. But a health journey is exactly what my wife and I are on. We are very excited because, if you've heard our testimonial, we talk about having 5 kids between us and 12 grandkids, and we want to be around to see 12 graduations from high school, maybe a couple of graduations from college, maybe a dozen marriages as well. But we also want to see maybe a couple of great
Not a couple,
grandkids.
a lot,
A
babe,
lot of
a lot.
yes,
I
yes,
look at my mother and she's got a lot
yes, yes, she
of
does.
great
Yes, she
grandchildren. So
does.
I want to be right there beside her.
Awesome. Well, thank the folks. Let's get out of here.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and I hope that you will continue to follow us, like us, subscribe to our channel,
Mhm.
and we'll be back soon.
Right, we will. Our YouTube channel is Longevity Influencers. You can catch us on YouTube. In the comments section, maybe you can list a couple of exercises that you like to do. We'll certainly talk. We'll talk a little bit more about specific exercises, and we'll even show you exactly how to do some of these exercises in time. But also in the comments section, if you have any New Year's resolutions about your health and fitness, we'd be really excited to hear about that. But as Deb said, thank you. We are the Longevity Influencers. Love you, but we got to go.
Have
Bye-bye
a
now.
good day. Bye bye.